Good morning. Good Friday morning. Yeah, you be careful, titanium. Hey, Christy. Hey, Coco. Grandma Sherry. Rachel. And welcome. Don't want to pronounce your name incorrectly, so I'm going to say Vivi. It is so good to have you. Look at Texas girl. Good morning, sweetie. Let me fix the font real quick. Theme. Thank you so much, Texas girl. You are so kind always. Let me get you something real quick. Thank you, Texas girl. Fancy Glam. It is good to see you. It's been a while. Good to see 5:30 coffee stat IV. Yes. Hey Pearl. Pearl, you want to come up? If not, you can chill in the chat. Whatever you want to do. JP already in here making people laugh. What'd she say? Let's see. Tripper, good to see you. Tripper out here making sense. Why don't I see JP? Yeah. Oh, we're going to talk about somebody's got to get her in order and tell her to stop embarrassing herself. Like, seriously, I'm just analyzing the mess. I'm going to grab a link for Pearl just in case. Hey, Chaka. Let me send it her way. Yeah, God. I was listening to a little bit of her this morning. Oh, nonsense. From the hood. I like it. I swear. Mal, 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 Mal. Fuck. This lady gets honed in on mofos and she just don't let it go. Good morning, Okie. It's in your yes, in your DMs. Did you see it, Texas girl? Well, I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to wait for Pearl, though, because this is going to be fun. Somebody just has to tell her, look, and I'm not body shaming nonsense from the hood, but you're just being very strange. You're easily triggered. When you get up to show your body, your camel toe, your long, super long, just all that weird shit, you're trollable. And wouldn't it suck to say you got trolled by Brittany J? Hey, Bowie girl. Tripper, you left a good comment somewhere. I think it was on Jones's. Oh, and welcome new members. I gifted 5 new memberships. Those were the last ones. Gina Marie, Joneson, Boston, Tex RN, and Mega M8. Welcome. Gina was in here. I don't know where she went. The toddler, that tank top didn't trigger anyone. It did look uncomfortable. It did. Let me make sure I'm not missing Pearl because sometimes she sneaks back here and I don't hear her. But yeah, I was listening to her and she is very obsessive now with this lady named Mal. Mal is the end all be all. Mal, run for your life. Mal is here to protect the children. Boots and Bourbon. What a good name. I like that name. Good morning. Good morning, Michelle. God. Good morning, Toe Beans. We'll go over a little bit too. I got a couple things to go over. Jay kind of lit it up a little bit. She held back. She could have really went in, but she didn't. She made Sinner a very happy man. If it wouldn't have been for the things that Jay had said, not just about those children, but that racist stuff, and hadn't have been so nonchalant about it, I don't know. She might be okay, but I just can't be fake about it, you know? Some people don't like that though. They think I'm a bitch. But I can't. I just cannot be fake. Yeah, she doesn't. You're very right, Elle. Nonsense does not understand the difference between being triggered and laughing at her. Baby, we're laughing at you, not with you. And trust and believe, so are your chatters. They're just trying to be nice. Yeah, Mal came in and she's like, here, I've got everything you need. And Nonsense is, she's latched on to her. She really has. But I'm going to go ahead and pull this up real quick. This is Nonsense. Yeah, man. Being weird again. Yeah. Oh, man.
Cottage cheese.
Oh, my God. Let me go
Right
back.
quick.
Let's see
Okay.
why she did this.
They airbrush themselves, right? Like she got her hair.
Airbrushing? Bitch, airbrushing?
Hold on. I just heard Pearl. I hear that little sound. I heard you this time.
Hey, babe. You okay?
Hey. Do what?
Are you okay? Am I okay for sound?
Yes, ma'am.
If I'm
You are
quiet
to
for
me.
anybody in the chat, let me know. Nonsense, oh Lord.
Pearl, did you see this? Did you? It's been everywhere. The jokes have written themselves. I mean, she's been clowned on quite a bit. Not for her body. Let's get this straight before the crying ass sector comes in here. Don't body shame. I ain't body shaming. I am shaming the fact that you are triggered so easy that you'll embarrass yourself like this.
Yes, you really. Let it roll.
Let it roll. There we go. So it starts off, of course, she's reviewing Brittany. Brittany says something. I don't know where Brittany came up with this. She said they airbrush themselves. I don't know who is out here getting airbrushed. I think she meant something else, but it triggers.
Yeah, I think she was just reaching for filter, but
filter.
Brittany, showing your age there a little bit. I don't think anybody airbrushes it.
But it definitely triggers a response out of Nonsense. And here we go, y'all.
Let's do this one more time just for fucking science sake. Yeah, I think that's what they're doing. Again, of course. But let's talk about airbrushing right quick. Okay.
My God.
This is as raw and real as it gets. Here is scars on my legs. Cellulite.
Girl, nobody's looking for that shit. Why are you pointing it out? And I wish one of them dogs would have knocked you down.
Cottage cheese. Airbrushing where? Come here, Hank. Come here.
Okay, first of all, you're wrapped up in the word airbrush and it got you way too excited. I think you wanted a moment.
I think she wanted a moment. And to be honest, I prefer this one to the previous day when she'd got her makeup on and had curled her hair and was making a big point about how hourglass she was. Because that really annoyed me. And I'll tell you why. You've got 3 girls in your house. You're raising daughters and you should know better. In your own house, you were body shaming. Why would you do that?
I've got that one. I know what you're talking about. Yes. And no, this is not what I call an hourglass. I'm not going to body shame. I refuse. JP, you got it.
That's not body shaming. That's not body shaming. That's just analysing fact. We all know what an hourglass figure is. This is not it. It's just in the same way as like some people are apple, some people are pear, some people are triangle. You know, either one shape of triangle or the other. You know, depending on whether you're inverted. These are all classic descriptions of body shape. They're nothing to do with shaming. But to claim an hourglass figure when you don't have one is just factually incorrect. That's all.
That's all. Yeah, exactly. I agree.
This is my airbrushed puppy.
Oh my God.
He doesn't really look like this. This is a figment of your imagination. Hank is airbrushed too. He's really not that perfect.
Oh my God.
Well, if you had a
He's
filter
really
on
not.
your camera, which is the point that Brittany was fumbling towards, if you had a filter setting on your camera, then yes, Hank would be filtered. But you're not, and therefore he isn't. But you're so fixated on one word that you're making into complete bullshit. But I prefer this one, where she's acknowledging the sort of the scars and stuff like that, because we've all got things that
We
are wrong
all
with our
have.
body, and there's
Mhm.
nothing wrong with that. But the fact that you're all playing the game is what gets me. This has become stupid now.
Oh, it has. And she keeps doing it, Pearl. And she keeps barking. Like it's not stopping. She keeps barking and doing this weird stuff like this.
Later
Like
on,
it's not in hand.
speaking of the barking, later on, you've got to play and link Jonesy's video, and you can do it because she made that music, so you won't get
I
hit
knew
by
she did.
copyright.
I loved
It
it.
is
She wrote.
fantastic, and that tune has been locked in my head. The big
Mine
worm
too.
twerking. Oh, it's such a great song. But yeah, this
Jonesy.
is ridiculous. And but as I say, I prefer this one to you acting up, like somebody from the real lives of Mormon wives in your kitchen with the one
Oh.
significant curl on your shoulder. Was just no, don't
Did she
do it.
do the Mormon
Not
girl?
when you've got daughters. You're raising daughters. If you want to play games on the internet when they're not around, that's one thing. But don't do that sort of bullshit when you've got daughters around you. And you can guarantee the one, if not all of them, will go through periods of doubt about their bodies and their attractiveness. And they
Yeah,
don't
they
need
will.
you feeding into that BS in the kitchen, online, in public. Just don't do it.
Just to prove something, or actually just because you were trolled into it. And I don't even think
Trolled into
Brittany
it.
trolled right into it. I don't even think Brittany knew that she would do that, but she trolled you right. You are trollable.
And in fact,
But
I
he's
don't know whether
airbrushed
it's
also.
this one, or the last one, where she goes on about standing on one leg, and that Brittany sort of wobbled when she stood on one leg. What point are you proving there, you little ableist shit? Lots of people can't stand on either leg. It doesn't mean anything. What on earth? Suddenly, this is no criteria for whether your life is worth living on the internet. How well can you stand on one leg? Sit the fuck down.
I know. JP. JP says, my favorite quote from her is, these aren't compression shorts. Then 2 minutes later, I should get these in extra small. So there is more compression.
I know. What can you say?
Nonsense. You're a hoot.
Huh. Ha.
Okay.
And he wants to, this is how he likes to sit these days. Oh, and Cooper,
Oh, God.
see all that white fuzzy stuff too? That was just airbrushed in.
Oh, my God.
Actually, that's called
She
a dead
fumbled.
stuffy. But that's been airbrushed in too. That
She froze.
Tell me that you don't even know what airbrushing is. You airbrush things out. You don't airbrush things in.
I know.
It's a form of creating extra colour to remove a flaw. You don't airbrush anything in. You Photoshop something in.
Yes,
You're all
Photoshop.
going to get me. I'm going to start going on about the moon and gravity if you don't stop.
Like, for example, Justice for All, he filters out his nose. His nose is
He
down.
has got better. He has got better. When they first started doing the filtering on StreamYard, he had his filter turned up so high, his nostrils kept disappearing. And the fold on his ear disappearing. It's just like, you really need to turn that down a little bit, my guy.
Yeah, because you pointed it out, and I'm like, oh my God, his nostrils are gone. Here's the hourglass.
Well, you don't look like a man. Thank you. It's just an internet thing. An internet thing. I do have a very hourglass figure. I've always been super curvy. I have a big ass, wide hips, and a littler waist. I said, bitch, where? I said, bitch, where? Bitch, where?
Oh man.
That SpongeBob SquarePants was egregious, Jonesy.
I said, bitch, where? Oh, she really did herself in there. I do have an hourglass figure. Oh, Lord. Girl, you just got trolled. That's all. You don't have listen. You don't have to get on here and prove everything somebody says. That makes you troll food. And I don't know. Brittany could be trolling you all like that now, especially nonsense, because you know nonsense is good. I would purposely say things to get her to do them. I really would.
Yes. Also, it's ridiculous when she says that she doesn't look like a man. She's got an hourglass figure. What was Kim Kardashian's brother called?
Rob?
Right. Well, before Rob developed his weight problem, he actually had an hourglass figure. It was ridiculous. You know, the guy had like a tiny
Yep.
waist and a huge curvy backside. He was so the notion that a natural born man cannot be hourglass shaped is ridiculous. So
Mhm.
that is another argument that's out the window. Can we just stop this bullshit now?
Right. But she won't. She'll keep on, and I'll be here to make fun of her because she,
Although I say that, I would pay money to see Clue recreate Jones's video.
which we're about to watch. And Jones and Mike dropped it at the end. Your turn. Now, Clue. Well, you're probably still asleep. Cletus, I know you're in here. Watch this. Get your girl to do this.
Look at
Shout
that
out.
face of intent. Look at her looking at the camera like, bitch, you said what?
Uh-huh. Watch this.
In the backyard, hey, garden gone wild when the beat start, hey, neighbors looking out like, what's that shake? Whole block wiggle when the ground vibrate. Little dirt pile, see it start jumping. Brown line bend and the tail start pumping. Sprinkle a drip, now the crew feel brave. 20 fat worms do the wave in the pave. Earth split open like a backstage door. They slide out slow, then they drop to the floor. One spin round, got the ants all lurking. Everybody yelling out, big worms twerking. Big worms twerking, wiggle in the mud. Backline squirm when they feel that thud. Backyard bounce, whole soil start jerking. Hands in the air for the big worms twerking. Big worms twerking, shake that ground. Tiny little booties make a thunder sound. Kids all scream, even birds stop chirping. World stand still for the big worms twerking. One got stripes like a candy cane stripe. One so thick, make the whole crew
Your turn.
They don't need
I love that she don't give a fuck.
No, she doesn't. And she
all.
can actually twerk.
She can. Big worm twerking. Yes. Your turn,
And
Clue.
this is the thing. You're picking the wrong one. You've had a heyday with Britney because Britney is not mentally and emotionally armed to deal with this, and she loves the victimhood. So between those two factors, she's like the perfect person for Clue to pick on. Jonesy's not your girl. First of all, she will take that nickname and make a song that will stick in your head forever about it. You're not going to make her feel away with the big worm thing. You're not going to shine body shaper with the colouring pages and all that bullshit. She will show you for the petty bitch that you are.
She will, and have a good time and keep it pushing. I promise. You exactly what Pearl said. Joneson is not the one. You might want to keep to Brittany because nobody else is going to be falling for it. I know it sucks. Y'all missed the very okay, I still got it up. Hold on. I thought that was it. Give me a second. Let me go to the end. Make sure your ass is winding it. I see. Oh, let me share screen. Oh, and she's gays, which pisses Cletus off. That little feller gets to shake. All right, show us and make sure you shake some ass. Wind it.
Let the rain slug on the side
Oh,
like
wait.
teach me move. Snail to
Oh, shit. I did miss. Is that
You're not
Clue?
saying- okay.
I didn't either. Is that Clue?
I think it might be, yes.
Girl, you're like, I think it might be, yes.
slow, but he feel those grooves. Needle on the law, trying to act all certain. Camera in his claw for the
Oh, Jones and girl. Give it up for Jones, and she did the damn thing. And Clue's over there mad, shopping. Cletus, he's shaking. Bless his heart. You know
I
he's pissed.
still haven't got over the bedroom reveal.
Oh my
Boy,
God.
did that not go the way that you thought that it was going to go. I know we were all meant to be like super impressed at its spaciousness and the ceiling. And yes, it did look like the bedroom of a millionaire. Unfortunately for you, the bedroom of the millionaire in question was Michael Jackson with the freaky dolls and
What
all
is
the
going
clutter
on?
and bullshit. I looked at it and it was like I'd been thrown back to watching Martin Bashir visit Michael Jackson's bedroom for the first time and noticing that the weirdo had a baby doll shrine in the corner. And that's the way that I felt while you were going on about your recessed lighting and your ceiling. I was going, why is there a skeleton in overalls?
And
Why is
why?
there some sort of weird pantless mannequin with a bad wig?
A horrible
It-
week.
what?
I've got so many questions. Cletus, I know you're in here. You can type, by the way. My mods ain't block happy. You can. Can you just tell? You got a beautiful home, by the way. I'm not a hater. Okay, beautiful. But why? I do really want. Why is there a pantless mannequin back there in the corner?
I
It had
haven't
on a
seen the
blue
home
shirt.
other than the sofa and the bedroom that they've showed. I've had no interest in looking, so I don't know whether you've got a great home or not. I know you've got weird taste. That's all I know.
Can man? Can somebody send me a picture of that mannequin? If anybody, I'll upload it and let you all see. They got a mannequin. They showed their bedroom. The ceiling was cool. Beautiful. I don't know if that's a millionaire's home though. I mean, it's a nice home. I ain't gonna lie, that's a nice home, but you got some weird shit
I know.
in
I
there.
was joking about the fact that they go on about how many millions the business makes, and I was saying that the only millionaire's bedroom it reminded me of was Michael Jackson, which is not a compliment.
No, I need to find that screenshot. I've got to show the people that missed it. And the BHB with no pants on. Yes, we got. I can't say that one word. Is there a mirror on the ceiling? No, she had like a what are those called? It's like a sunroom, but it ain't. It's a hellfire. You know, them rich people have pantless
So-
mannequin wearing her dead best friend's t-shirt. What? Anybody got that screenshot?
What?
What? What? Can somebody please send me that screenshot? I thought I had it. Okay, I'm gonna wait for it.
What
I'm
what is
sure.
this about the dead best friend's t-shirt? What?
That's what I want to know. Joneson, what's that? Are they okay?
Oh, that's going to make you know you're going to make me feel sad. If that's meant to sort of represent her dead best friend in her friendless life, I'm going to start feeling sad. Don't do that to me.
Well, okay, there it is. I'm getting it. Thank you. Y'all just give me a second and I'll get this. But still, you got a mannequin in your corner. I love the carpet. The carpet's beautiful and vacuumed. I love that the carpet is vacuumed. But I've got questions. You ain't got to answer them. But
Of course,
I
you
thought
love
it was
the
a
fact
toy
that the
house.
carpet is so conspicuously and visibly vacuumed because of the stripes. Because when you're not online, my vision of you is Hoover in one hand, steamer in the other.
Me, yes. Yes. You're pretty much correct. I'll sit here twitching
No.
for a little bit. I'm like, I need to vacuum. I got to stop looking. Yeah. But when I saw the carpet, I'm like, okay, they're clean. Which, if you're going to show something, I don't blame you. Clean it up. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Yeah. I'm opening it. It's uploading. I mean, they showed it. Okay. They showed it on their channel. It was a bedroom reveal.
Can I just
I
clarify the weird baby dolls in the bedroom? Was a comment that I was making about Michael Jackson's bedroom. There are no baby dolls in Clues. There's the mannequin with the teddy bear kissing its feet and the skeleton in overalls. That's a
we got a skeleton
also that strange thing on
in
the bed.
overall. Oh, that's Cletus.
I know.
Okay, y'all see corner right there. We got a mannequin. Yeah, Cletus probably keeps that house clean. We got a mannequin with a shirt on. I don't know what's happening, and a really bad wig. Now she
I'm glad
knew.
that you've got it from a little bit of a distance, because I've seen the closer image where the mannequin is very conspicuously pantless.
Okay, well, let me.
Slightly
I
more
know what
realistic than your average mannequin in the looks department. It made me wonder what kind of doll it was.
Okay, well,
why
let
is
me.
everything all at one end of the room?
Well, that's a good question. Hold on, let me screenshot it and get the mannequin a little closer. I got it. Oh, it's creeping me out, Pearl. It's looking at me. Oh, God, this is creepy, y'all. I got to get this off my phone when I'm done. Okay, one more. Let me upload one more of these. Did I send it to me? Yeah. Because you're right. We need to zoom in. Oh, my God. This is actually creepy. Imagine waking up. No, I'm being serious. And I guess they're used to it. You look over and there's a mannequin right beside of you like this right here. Hold on. Let me get this up. Oh, wow. She said she put shutters on the ceiling instead of crown molding. Okay, here we go. Here we go. There it is. There's an up close. It's a little blurry, but that's in the corner. Hey, Coffee and Skeletons. Is that, wait a minute, is that nonsense?
They call it nonsense. That's what I was going to say.
Oh, God. But there it is up close. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why it's there. And I don't know why people didn't say, what is in the corner of your room? But there it is, y'all. This was quite the reveal.
It really was.
I know, me too. What Joneson say? Hold on, let me. I'm surprised it doesn't have a brown wig on. Oh, yeah. Because they proclaim that Britney gets them hot and bothered, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. No, they say that. All right, let me take this down. It's creeping me out. It's looking at me weird. But yeah, I would love to know why there's a pantless mannequin in the corner. Everybody wants to know. Even your subs want to know. Even if they're not telling you, they're like, what is this? Hey, Remy. Hey, Gigi. All right. But anyway, she'll probably come on here and tell me to buy a Temu bra or worry about your own room. Ho. Right?
But she's not bothered.
No, she is not bothered. None of this. I've noticed Clue seems a little sad lately. I don't know. Maybe this stuff is finally getting to her. She just, when I watch her, it seems like she's out here striking people, which I thought she was a very unbothered bitch. But maybe things are finally starting to get to her and all that
I think it's
pretending.
such a weak move, especially for people whose whole channel is built on commentary of the channels. When you start the strike game, you don't have any intention of taking it to court because you
No.
don't have copyright. Even if I've seen this thing sort of rumbling around that she's trademarked the name. Fine, trademarking the name is not copyright of your
No, it's not
actual channel
copyright.
product. So this is just, well, you're wasting people's time and energy. That's all it is. For what? To
Yeah,
show that you're bothered.
you're bothered. Once you start striking, it gives very bothered vibes because you're not going to take somebody to court and it's bothering you. But you have to remember, it's just your own words out there. People clip me and Pearl, especially me and Pearl. Whatever. I ain't striking that shit. I don't care. Cracking.
We've never struck anyone, and there's been times where people have used whole chunks of stuff off the jerks. I mean, when we did the whole, going back to the heels thing, people played that right all the way through, and we never struck anybody. It's just
No.
it's not about that. I just think that if you come on here and you say things, then people are going to have feelings, and I can live with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. But I do think that your striking of Madison is not really about the things that you struck. It's
No.
about the sofa pick. That's what
That's what it's
what
about.
it's about.
Yeah, that bothered her. And it does, like once you start, hold on, I got something else here. Oh, thank you. I see it now. Once you start striking like that, like you are giving I'm bothered vibes. You're not giving I'm cool, I don't care what you bitches say vibes. It's weak, a very weak. Now, look, do not get me wrong. I don't think you should be taking we see this a lot, taking people's content and just playing it and putting, what's that Trisha Talk do, Pearl? She puts a UK theme.
They put their own frame around it, or they put a sort of low-level watermark of their own name over it. In Queen Bee's case, sort of like you're wholesale playing somebody else's content, and you've got your watermark on it. I mean, the nerve is unparalleled. I mean, seriously,
it's embarrassing. You can't say anything really. I mean, you can, but you're going to get clowned about it, especially when you're buddies. And Clue, I was listening to you the other night and you weren't giving a whole lot of commentary, girl. It was, big worm,
yes.
or this big bitch over here. That's not commentary.
Mouth
Stop
sounds
it.
are not commentary. Mouth sounds are not commentary. You've actually got to contribute something or elucidate a point or say something witty. You're meant to transform the content.
I couldn't imagine coming on here and just slapping somebody's live stream up and just saying something every once in a while. For the most part, Clue will give commentary, but it's the same old stuff.
More than Queen will, but it's still not that substantive, I would have said. And I mean, the thing is, we've done whole streams both on your channel and on the Jerks channel. Well, we haven't even played the content, and we've just discussed what has gone down. They couldn't do that. They've got to have the hours of Britney streams because that's the mainstay of their content is just restreaming.
Right, Gina. She said she struck Madison for uploading it while she was still live. I don't think she was still, I don't know. Madison doesn't usually wait till the, I don't call them content creators, wait till the YouTuber is done. I usually wait 24 hours. But with these, still with these ladies out here and the way they're weakening by the day, you still take a risk of getting struck just because they don't like your commentary. Now, in other news, speaking of Jay spoke on something other than Lauren Matthias. I think she's getting back to her true crime. Jay, don't strike me. I'm just going to listen to a little bit of it. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, Eric. Everybody coming in. All right, here we go. She drops a little bit of how she feels here and there about everything that went down. I don't know. It's been about 3 or 4 months, I guess. She starts with Sinner.
Sinner. If you know Sinner, I want to review one of his videos, but I don't want him to strike me. So if someone could ask Sinner if he cares.
Yeah, she didn't strike me before.
Do you think Nicole had anything to do with it, or was it solely Chris? That was what we talked about last night. Watts.
I don't want to
pay for a trip. I just can't.
Here we go. Let me go back.
She would park in the back and then go in that window. I'm sick of these people, dude. I actually enjoy listening to Sinner. I do too. He was misportrayed by Queen. I can't even call her that. Like, I just can't.
Finally, we're normalizing taking the Queen off there and just saying the B.
Yeah, she thinks Brian Koberger's innocent. Blame the roomies, blame the friends, all that. But the fact that
she talking about voices behind the suspects. I would imagine she would think he's innocent. And what was you going to say?
I was just going to say, I've got no idea who she's talking about. But it amazes me that there is always somebody on here who thinks that the most obvious person is still innocent. I mean, these people who think that Chris Watts was some sort of poor, harmless little guy, I don't know whether he had help or not. I will leave a question mark over that. But nevertheless, he shoved those poor babies through those tiny holes into those tanks. He's no saint.
Yes. Please, let's just give it up. I heard Watts Island was crazy. I wasn't here for it, but there were a lot of people, women mainly, who thought that he was innocent.
the fact that she signed their names electronically. Jay recently came up. What? Bean?
Oh, let me go back. Sorry. She talks about, she talks about a case, and then she'll talk about what's going on, and then the case, and then, so we'll just listen to it. I'll speed it up some.
Oh, Buzzy? What are we doing now? Looking at court records? Is that what they're gonna do? We're gonna show court records.
Huh?
You know
Yeah,
why,
she's
Carl?
talking
Because they had
about
to get
Lana.
me out of the rotation. That's why. No more.
They had to get her out of the rotation, she said.
Oh, she
No
knows
less.
exactly why. What went down. Now, look,
Yeah.
me. I'm not going to be flexible about my point of view of the things that Jay has said.
Nope.
There was no reason for you to use those racist terms other than to be racist, and I'm just not flexible on that. I'm sorry. It's a fundamental belief for me, so I'm not giving you any grace on that. Nevertheless, you can still make valid points that I could agree with. And I agree, they wanted you out of the rotation. It's a process of picking off people who actually have numbers. And if if Buzzy doesn't see that, then she's a bigger fool than I think she is.
Well, I always said, and I stand with Pearl, same. I just cannot be. Yeah, any type of racism is always just a full stop for me. I can't respect you. But anyway, I will say this: Jay is better at her coverage on anything. The Britney stuff was lame because she told her to shut up all the time. And it's like, if you're going to give commentary, which Jay, clearly you're good at something with all them subs you have on that one channel.
I
Just
don't think
telling
her
someone to shut
heart
up all the time.
was really in it. I don't think her heart was in the Britney content. I think that she was supplying what she thought her chat wanted. And I think that she's much happier dealing with
Yes,
true crime. And that
I do
audience
too.
that wanted true crime from Jay will stick with her. It hasn't really affected her numbers in any way. So actually, in the long term, this has worked out better for Jay because the Britney bandwagon cannot go on forever. This is even Clue is
No.
trying to get Jones in the mix because she knows there's a limited amount of stuff that she can say without it getting tedious. So she's trying to bring Jones in, and that is not going to work. So you're going to still have to look for new content, girl. But
That is a good point, Pearl. And yes, 338 in here. If you haven't yet, please hit the like. It really helps the channel. You are making a really good point, Pearl, because at some point, look, it's still going. It's still going. I wouldn't say strong, but at some point there will be a burnout on the BNN network, and you're going to box yourself in is what's going to happen. And they're only going to look for you when it comes to Britney. And I wouldn't do that to my channel. You got to start covering other stuff. And Jay knew, I believe, like you said, that I don't think her heart was in it either, which is why
that's why
she
her
was
commentary was so poor.
kind of lazy.
I mean, the bingo
Right.
was amusing people. And I think that she held on to the bingo aspect of it to try and make some entertainment out of it for herself. But I don't think that I think that she felt comfortable having a little community for a while, you know, and the whole way that they were all sending people over to each other probably seemed good. And the chat was very lively, but I don't think it was anything that she found fulfilling. And in some ways, they've set her free.
Yeah. Michelle, same. I can't do it. Look, she came in here one time. This was twice. One time she came
That was
in
brief.
with
She came in
what
once
should we do for
before the racism thing happened, and that was
yes,
fine. She
when the
could come
racism
in. I mean,
thing
you've always
happened.
been very welcoming to other, and she was going on about doing a Clue bingo, and we thought that was amusing, and that was fine. And then the second time, she expected to come in and it'd be the same atmosphere. But since that had happened, the phone calls and texts had
Yeah.
dropped, and I'm sorry, I've got no time for that. Not only for the basicness of the sort of racist language and the way that it didn't even slip out. I mean, I've got no tolerance for people where it slips out, but you intentionally said to someone, I'm going to
Right.
say this, and you might want to delete it afterwards. That's so intentional. And you trying to demean a black woman, and essentially as well, because you felt threatened by her intellect, you were trying to demean her intellect and her education by making her into
Mhm.
just that N word. No, I've got no time for it.
And I know people are going to say, well, don't we give people grace? Yes. But I didn't, if somebody wants to lead me to it, I didn't hear anything from her about it. I just didn't. I didn't hear her say, whoa, I messed up. I just heard it was old. Well, 2019, how do you feel in 2025 when this was, and don't get me wrong, the
2019,
timing was
not
weird. About,
1925. It's not. It's not
right.
as if this wasn't an issue back then. And also, it's that whole thing of I am more likely to give grace to stupid teenagers. Once you're a woman of a certain age who is raising other adults, I get frustrated with the idea that somehow this hasn't dawned on you as an issue until somebody else gets irate about it. Spare me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you come out here and you say something, which you don't owe me anything, but if I was caught saying, which you would never catch me saying nothing like that, you'll never catch it. You'll never catch it because it just doesn't come out of my mouth. But if she would have said, yeah, I royally fucked up and I was a hateful human and I wish I'd have never said that, I might look at this a little differently, but because of she hasn't, I don't. I just cannot hate Bond. But anyway, here we go.
No more, no less. Don't think that Clue didn't have that planned, right? She dressed up as me for Halloween and made fun of me. Talked.
Yes, Clue
No,
did
Clue-
dress up as.
Yeah. Clue had the
Yeah,
target
you
painted on you pretty much from day one, Jay, and you're quite correct. And in fact, you probably suspected that it was going on. And just like she's
Probably.
playing in Nonsense's face and playing in Queen Bee's face with the whole sort of doing the Brittany J voice and saying that I can't run a panel on my own. I need somebody up here with me.
Yes.
As she's on the
Yep.
panel on her own over at the Bees. You don't think that that's pointed?
At y'all? When she said something the other day about how she's sick of hearing that single mother crap, that was for Granny and
Oh,
that was
yeah.
for the bee. She tells you all. I mean, but y'all just don't seem to hear it, or I don't know what it is. But yeah, she did dress up as Jay for Halloween, and she threw her digs where she could. It was coming. Let me rewind this a bit.
No more, no less. Don't think that Clue didn't have that planned, right? She dressed up as me for Halloween and made fun of me. Talked about my dirty hair. Okay.
Let me just tell you, people that may not know, people with locks does not mean that they have dirty hair. I'm just going to leave that there. Go educate
It
yourself.
doesn't,
He
but I
was,
do
Toby,
have
it's
to
not-
say, that if you are, if you have European hair, if you are a white
Yes.
person, then you produce more natural oil in your hair,
Oh,
and therefore you have to be on top of your clean game a bit more. Locks as a way of protecting African American hair is a very different thing indeed, because its structure is different.
Yep.
The way that it holds moisture and oil is different. Therefore, this whole thing
sure
of
is.
presuming that therefore it's dirty is just wrong. And for me, I've only met one person who actually was Rastafarian and white, but born in Jamaica, who seemed like a genuine lock-wearing person to me. But even they made
Mhm.
the point that it was very different for them because it's a different kind of hair.
Yeah, that's true. It's just true. I mean, yeah, exactly.
Fair. Thank you, Canvas, for 5 cooter ships. Yeah, I guess they're looking into court records now. Okay. You going to put out my court records, Clue and Cletus? Is that all you got?
Whoa, I missed this part. Court records.
It's about
I don't
DV.
know. On Jay?
Jay, yes, Jay had I don't know whether it's still her
Oh,
current partner,
damn.
but there's been some, and of course, Clue did actually say something really tasteful, like, if she was my bitch, I would want to slap her too, or something like that. It's like,
Oh, yes.
just stop.
I
Again,
remember that. Clue said that.
even,
Clue said that.
yes, what gets me with this coverage of DV, whatever people's feelings are about whether people should leave and they're staying, and I'm not interested in your opinion. I want to talk fundamentally about domestic violence. When you make light of it like this, there are so many women in your chat who have either experienced it or could be experiencing it right now, and they go into your chat to escape, and you confront them with this BS and you make judgments about what they may or may not be doing. You don't give a damn about the feelings.
No.
There is no
And I would-
there is no sisterhood in this sector. There's
Yeah.
plenty of women, but there's no sisters.
None. Not a one. And I would be remiss to say that the women sitting in there, there has got to be a good portion of those women who have experienced DV, and they'll sit in there and just listen to them carry on like it's something hilarious. It couldn't be me.
I've told you, I blame high school. This is like
Yeah.
some people, high school never ends for them. And there's a specific and significant number of people in closed chat who are either the bully sidekick from high school and they just love that role. They love to be there and watch somebody get torn down. Or They were bullied at high school, and now they're enjoying hiding behind a screen and seeing somebody else take a kicking.
Mhm.
Couldn't be me.
Nope.
Is that all you got? What a couple of bums.
She lit her cigarette. Okay, go ahead.
What
girl.
a couple of bums. Bring it out. Bring it out, people. You ain't got nothing else.
Well, they probably will. If it's Clue and Cletus, they probably will. I would not be shocked.
And again, can somebody please explain to me the supposed rules of real life in this sector where an accidental inclusion of a 9x9 pixel photo of a partially obscured face in an email is somehow us doxing Hills' daughter. But all these court cases, putting people's faces up, go in real life saying we can find out who you are by Clue and Cletus, nobody says a word. What the hell's that about? Just admit you don't really give a damn about who allegedly or allegedly doesn't go
Right.
real life. You only care about which side of the line that you stand.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. I don't want to hear the whine assing around anymore. One, it never happened. Two, you don't give a damn. Three, y'all keep moving the goalposts. There is no goalpost. Make up your mind. You're fine with the real life. Just tell the truth and shame the devil.
FYI, nobody cares. Buzzy doesn't like anybody. I don't even think she likes herself. Would you? I mean, let's be for real, y'all. Fuck. I'm sick of this shit. People tiptoeing around, not being honest. I learned my.
Oh, you don't say, Jay.
Yes.
Well, a lot of us have been sick of that.
Hmm.
There's been me, Joneson, Hell Center. I think that you, the jerks, us, there's only been like maybe a handful of us that aren't scared. Tiptoeing around. That's a lot of what this sector does.
Yep. It's never
You
ever
don't
going
think-
to be
no.
me. I could not tiptoe if I wanted to. You will know the situation. It's hard to tiptoe on wheels, and I've never been built for tiptoeing anyway. I'm sorry. You're not going to make me scared. So, what do you think that you're going to do to me? Even if you were to find out anything about me, I am the dullest woman alive. You're not going to find a court case. You're not going to find a
I'm
debt.
the craziest.
I've
bitch
never even
alive.
smoked
I
a cigarette.
you
I
alive.
wanted to be a nun. Good luck.
It's a true story. Pearl thought about being a nun when
And
she
then,
was really,
yeah,
really
and then
young.
obviously I met a guy, and that was the end of that.
I love that story. And me, I don't care. You will never beat me into submission. I am just not that person. You better ask my mom. I am crazy. I do not care.
lesson. I learned my lesson. I called her a snake in a chat, deleted it, and lied about it. And you know what? I wouldn't do that again. I would say, yeah, I think you are. I think.
All right. She finally stood on what she said. She said, I called her a snake in a chat. We all know that was Cresh's. And then she deleted it. And the bee did ask her, and she lied to the bee and said, no, that's somebody else's account. We all knew better. She wasn't thinking. With 4,000 people in Cresh's chat, somebody was going to screenshot that. I don't know why she was scared, because it's how she felt. And if it's how you feel, if she would have asked me, did you type this in a chat? Like, what's the deal? I'd been like, yeah, I did. And it's how I feel. But to go back on it makes you look, not the best. But hey, she's owning up to it now. That's a good thing.
The reach.
I think you are a
Anybody who's
snake.
been in this sector longer than Clue and Cletus knew from the name of that account and the picture that it was obviously a dig at cracking cases, and it was Cam's picture. And the way that they tried to create it and make it connect to Clue and Clue's ex, the reach is real. Seriously, it's the same way as they didn't know how handles worked and YouTube account
I know.
dates. Sometimes they're just what Pearl's not Mother Superior. I will always be the Mother Superior, always. Somebody did once say, actually, when I went into QB's one of the first times, somebody said that I sounded like the Mother Superior out of The Sound of Music. Because of course, everybody makes assumption about English accents. So yeah, that's not the first time I've been called out. And now I've forgotten my point.
Well, I was looking at this. I don't know exactly what sweet. Is that Sweet Sativa? She changed it. So she will be fine to yell about Beej and then switch to she's not that bad. You can't turn off the hate like that now. It's Brit. No, you can't turn it off if that's what you're
I
saying.
agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. But it
Yeah.
is amazing, as somebody did point out earlier, that Jay's behaviour in sort. Oh yes, we were talking about the Kamanali thing and the way that they don't really know how this sector works. They don't know how YouTube works. They're sort of slowly catching up, but they've made some major gaffes in the things that they've said that other people know better. Both the way that they tried to troll themselves, but also trying to make it seem as if that picture of Cam was actually a dig at Clues X, all this sort of thing. The reach is real.
Oh my God, that was such a reach. That's Cam.
Yeah, and then anybody who's been here a while knew exactly what the joke was in that troll name and the image. But they tried to portray it as something more, so that it was a dig at Clue as well as a dig at QB and Truth and all that.
No, it was strictly towards Cam, cracking cases. As she named it, cracking pipes or something like that.
Yes, something like that. But one of the one of the problems I've got, and somebody said this earlier in the chat, is that Jay is being seen as untouchable for doing the very things that Clue does, making snide comments and then sort of rebuffing them, and the racism. It's amazing what is considered forgivable and what's considered unforgivable in this sector. And like I said, it's just about who you are. Same bullshit with in real life. They are the most real life mofos in this sector.
Damn. And I just love hearing you say mofos.
I was trying to keep
They
it. I was trying to keep it YouTube friendly for you. Hang on, I've got a call.
I love it.
I think you don't have anybody's best interest out but your own. No, I did not get a new mic. I have different covers. Checky. Look, I got a pink one and I've got a gray fuzzy one and I've got my red one. Jammers actually got me my red one. Thank you so much, Snazzy Trinkets, for 20 cooter ships. Look at all those new cooters. Thank you so much. No, it's all good, Beans. Thanks for letting me know. I mean, if they want to do that, go right ahead. What does that say about me? Nothing. But it says a whole lot about them. But do it, lady. Anyways, what else is on the minds? Thank you guys for your membership.
She's not done.
Hey, Mama Bear. Jessica, what do you mean? What'd you miss? Nothing. We're just chit-chatting over here. We're smoking cigarettes. Jet. And getting cooter ships. Legs are wide ass open. We got Snazzy coming in hot with 12 months.
Thank you for your support.
She wanted to cover Lauren and didn't want you covering. You think? You think that's what it was? Giselle, thank you for gifting 5.
Okay,
5 more coming in hot for you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your support.
Just help a brother out.
Sarah Lee, wide open with 11 months in Cooterville tonight. Thank you so much. Who's in the line of all that bad snow? Where you at, GSD? Moving on up. It's your old legs. Actually, you can keep them up. It's cold here. Look at me. I got it down. You guys are all clapping at Carl. I've actually missed seeing Carl. We haven't talked about Seth lately, though. Sounds like the people attacking you on here have been bamboozled by someone with the same tactics as Lauren. As a new member, I appreciate your honesty and willingness to stand up for yourself.
We're going to keep listening because she mentions her friendship with
background.
Jingle All the Way. Every time somebody buys a membership, it's like ding, ding, ding. It's like Clue and Cletus's. Oh my God. It drives me insane. At some point, I can't listen to it no more. just like people love a soundboard, and I get it. But like over and over and over again, the redundancy drives me mad. But she gets to a point where she talks about her and Granny's Watching's friendship.
Thank you, Psychwise. Thank you, Psychwise. Typically, I, let things just roll, but this really bothered me. This was like a group effort. And then when push came to shove, it was like
Just help a brother out.
everybody just turned their back on me. And like, I just can't get down with people like that.
Boy, they did. They did turn their back on her.
Yep.
Even Nonsense, the Saint, Granny, her dearest. Granny said, no, if Clue, this is how I look, this is how
They're Clues
read it.
gang now. Clues gang.
Yep. Clue said, if you're cool with Jay, you ain't with me. And I feel like people are scared of Clue for whatever reason. I don't understand it. But yeah, Granny left.
Like people like that, that's fucked up. Fuck people like that. I mean, you ain't got to be best friends. But to bring the stepdad of Sebastian Rogers into it, and you're saying I'm the one disparaging Sebastian's name by bringing up a theory that gross Truth had in his own head? Get out of here. None of that makes sense. Oh, you're disparaging Sebastian. Oh, okay. But you're going to bring Chris Proudfoot up on your panel and talk about dildos with him. Sounds classy. Sounds like something I would talk about the stepfather of Sebastian with. Dildos. Sex. The weight of another female. Yeah, I would talk about all those things with him. Get the fuck out. You and Granny always had a good panel together. Yeah, they didn't like that either, did they? You fuck with Jay, you don't come over here. Well,
And that's exactly what happened. I don't care what anybody says. Even Granny at one point said she missed Jay. I said, go get your girl. If that's your friend, go get her. Fuck Clue. Yeah, y'all bowing down to the wrong bitch. You shouldn't be bowing down to anybody. But you do. If that's your friend, then you tell Clue, look, that's my girl. I'm still cool with her. What are you going to do? There's always a price to pay when you give people too much power.
Granny made her decision, didn't she? Because the big old biggin bully.
Good morning, Crankin.
Cleveland, Ohio loves Jay. Chess Mess, thank you for becoming a member today. Appreciate that.
Coming in hot, just like the heat up.
I enjoy being in Cooterville. Me too. I know, Evelyn. It was a mess. Strange to dress up as the father of Missy Child, you know?
That will never not be strange to me either. I
yeah.
don't care who it pisses off.
I seriously,
God dang.
At the moment, sorry if you can hear water, I'm not on the toilet. I'm filling the tea.
No, you're not.
It's all right. I realised that I was still got my hand on top of the water thing as I was talking to you. It is just, it's fundamentally weird. The child that they all share is missing, and you are providing digs at the other parent while making a show of yourself for somebody online. What are you thinking?
It's weird. I don't care who it pisses off. I do not give a fuck anymore. Y'all are just so sensitive anyway. It's weird. It's weird.
Breaks.
I'm sorry.
Until we know otherwise, definitely. I am still very much in the position of my heart breaks for all of them. Okay, until somebody proves
Right.
that somebody did something, and my heart especially breaks for that mom. But I have to say, Katie, you pick men like my sister picked cars. Never got a good one. Never got one that lasted.
No, I was never impressed with him, and he don't mind getting in the drama. He really doesn't. He came up there. He was the one who was telling Barbecue Becky, or shit, what's her name, lady, and
Barbecue
Granny.
underscore lady. She's so famously
Barbecue. I
called
always want to call her.
JP.
I always want to call her Barbecue Becky. Yeah. He came up there and was like, y'all might want to take this beef offline. You telling all your business, which I did agree with him on that, but he pops up quite a bit.
The humor is not something I understood. Cleveland Cooters in the house. Thank you, Jess. I'm renewing after Canvas and Crime sent me a cootership last month. Wow, that's cool. Thank you for sticking around. I got to agree, Auntie Cheryl. I don't disagree with that. That was probably the most disappointing out of the whole thing. They made sure to push you and GW apart. Yep, they sure did. They sure did.
Well, GW, Granny's watching, is a grown woman, and I don't, she just doesn't come off like she's easily scared. So I was a little shocked that she dropped Jay. I really was. That's just my opinion. Y'all don't have to agree. Wolfie in the house. Good to see you, Wolfie. Yeah, barbecue_lady. But I don't know. I would like to say, I would like to not believe that Clue pumps fear in her heart, or anyone for that matter. But what I'm seeing out here, people are bowing down to Clue.
I feel
Did
like
you
with
hear
Granny's
GW and barbecue?
watching, there was an element of where is financial support coming from in the chats? Can I afford to lose the subs that have come in associated with these other people? And I think that she just made
True.
the decision that she wasn't quite as reliant on Jay as she is the Hive or Nonsense.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she is definitely in a lot of legal trouble. So she, one way or another,
She
I
had
think
to
this
make
is going
a
to
choice.
cost.
Yeah, she had to make a choice, a financial decision, and losing all those subs would have definitely hurt her, I believe. So, I mean, business is business.
Fighting. Yep. They'll eat each other alive. They will eat each other alive. But I had no idea that behind the scenes she was, she was my friend, but then behind the scenes she was saying I was going over her time slot and shit. Like, dude, I don't play that. I don't play that. Just because you go live in the morning doesn't mean you own the morning time slot. Okay.
And this happens a lot with YouTubers, the time slot thing. I don't know. It does. It's a little annoying when you have, like, I will say Granny she has that time slot. She does. It's 9 until
The bee
2
seems
or
to go
something.
any time and all the time that she wants. But if she's live
Yeah.
and somebody else is live, that's an issue. But it's sort of like, you don't have a hard and fast time that is yours. You seem to think that you're entitled to any time that you want to go. And in one sense you are. But you're not entitled to demand that you have all the audience. You can go live. It doesn't mean that people have to be there. And
Right.
this whole sort of thing that they've got, I mean, they tried to set it up with the whole time slots and transferring their audience over to each other and this tapping in BS that they got going on. But eventually, the bee wasn't going to stand for that because she likes the freedom to go over anybody. And it was hilarious to me that last week, the bee and Clue were on at the same time. And the bee came in, and the bee got low numbers, and she came into Clues and said, I'm just about to finish. I'll send everybody over here. And then Clue, in her passive aggressive way, was sort of, oh, were you live? I was going to send them
You
over
were
to
live?
you.
Yeah. She's like, you were live, and Granny was live too. Granny's numbers were a little low, but Granny still, I don't have to like her to tell the truth. Granny,
She's got an audience. She's got a set audience that will turn up for her. And Clue's obviously doing very well with numbers, and both of them were eating the Hive numbers. They just were.
Yeah. Granny is always, it sucks that I had to find out all this stuff that she had said, because I could have liked Granny. I actually could have liked her. Did at one point, but Granny is very engaging with her audience. There'd be 1,400 people in there, and she catches almost every comment. I can't do that.
She can be engaging, and she trips over into where I feel like I'm being fire hosed down with the verbal, when she suddenly goes into the 5th gear, and it's like the rant is like, I feel like I'm being waterboarded, and then I just can't.
She makes me feel panicked. I'm like, is something happening? Oh God, what's happening? No, it's just Granny's in 5th gear quickly. You're right. I've always said that. Like all of a sudden, she's just pissed or sounds pissed.
We all can go live whenever the hell we want. Right, Carl. And that's exactly what makes no sense, right? Because I was brought up on QB's panel to address Clue's ex's picture in the
And it wasn't Clues' ex.
in the whatever, my alt.
It was Cam.
So then when I went up and said, no, it's not him. Well, then that wasn't good enough. I still had to be a
Didn't even look
POS, and it
vaguely
was
like him. I never even
No.
understood where that assumption come from. Anybody who knows Cam knew instantly it was Cam. Anybody who doesn't know Cam, it still didn't look like Clue's ex. I don't know where they got that idea from.
I think they wanted
They
something.
wanted
I
it to
honestly,
look like that, yeah. And of course, avatars in chat are such tiny images. But the thing is, Cam has got a very distinctive look. If you know Cam's face, you know his face.
you do. Let's see. Mental Block says, I don't think they're scared of Clue. I just think they like her. Her obnoxious persona seems contrived and inauthentic to me. God, yes. Oh, I love that comment. And she bores me, but I'm in the minority. We are in the minority over here.
I
Yep.
agree with you absolutely with that point. But I do
Yep.
think there are some that are scared of Clue because they couldn't deal with her turning that attitude onto them. And I feel sorry for them in that case. But it's never going to be me. I'm sorry to disappoint
Just
you.
find your backbone. Just all you have to do is find your backbone. It's back there. Straighten it up. Get some grit. Get your ass. Find it. You're fine.
Yeah.
You got to. I do. I'm like Pearl. I agree with that statement. Very good comment. But I do think some of them are scared of her. I do.
oh no, it's the fact that you know, I don't even know what it was. I don't even care.
Amanda.
All I know is it was really set up and stupid. Oh, right. And then Chris jumps in. You guys need to be nicer to each other. What? What are you doing? I don't understand that.
He does love to come up and give a speech. He does. I'm sorry. I'm not dogging on this man at all, but man, he loves to give a speech.
And that's what's making me sus. That's what's making me think, why is this dude
It
still
was
getting on
hard.
this panel? And if you really wanted to find,
It was, and the name of the alt was wrong. Jay ain't
Oh
innocent.
yeah, please.
God, no.
You're absolutely right. I should have actually said that. It was wrong to use Cam's image. It was wrong to make fun of the situation that they're in. No one wishes anything but recovery and the best for them because of the fact that they've got that family, and it's just such a waste of life when they could have done so much. So yeah, I completely think that it was wrong to use Cam. I should have made that clear, but I was too busy focusing on Cleo. I'm sorry, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah, definitely. And Joneson says, I think it's both. I think the bee actually likes Clue and scared of her. I think
Yeah.
Granny is scared of her and does not like her. And I think they all dislike truth. They can't
Yes,
stand truth, except for Clue
I,
and Cletus.
all
I
of
think
that,
they,
all of that
yeah,
statement, I completely agree with.
Granny can't stand truth, and rightfully so. And she has said a lot of stuff that I agree with, but when it comes out, she's like, well, I don't feel like that anymore. Yes, you do. Tell the truth now. I wouldn't dog on him for the horrible circumstances of his stepson's disappearances. Thank you. I like that too. Mental block. I'm really liking your comments. But I don't have a problem criticizing his behavior on YouTube. Exactly. Hey Jamie.
I'm
Good to
loving
see
Mental
you.
Block's comments. They're really good.
I am too.
Enjoying having you in the chat. And yes, I completely, the circumstances are awful. The way that they've had YouTube crash into their life and they've crashed into the life of YouTube, tragic circumstances. I could live without him becoming Martin Luther Proudfoot and getting up
I
on
know.
panels. No, just no.
Have a good day without borders. Thank you for being here this morning. Hey, Red Bull. Good morning. I know. Y'all love truth. God. Ooh.
I loved
I love
watching him
making
in
fun.
Portland. I'll never love him, but boy, I laughed so much that weekend. He was the gift that
Oh,
came on,
God.
kept on giving, and him on the scooter, and the fact that he got out of breath
You got it
folding up
for a
a
minute,
slice of
Pearl.
pizza. Guess I've got it. The fact that he got out of breath, folding up a slice of pizza, and I stupidly thought that he was actually scooting that scooter himself because he was so out of breath. And then they told me it was an electric one, and I thought, you're this out of breath from standing upright on an electric scooter in the breeze. My guy, you need to sort of wind down the smoking a little bit because I naturally thought that you were scooting along under your own power. I mean, I know that at one stage he was singing while scooting, so there was a little bit of flexibility there in his breath control. But I really seriously want you to go to the next place and do your particular brand of independent journalism because it was quality. It was quality YouTube, not in the way that you thought it was, but the memeing that went on and the jokes. I have never laughed so much in Discord as I did the weekend that you were in Portland. So please do it again. I don't know where it is that you're going to go, but I'm here for it. Here for it every day of the week. Oh dear. I know things are getting very, very bad in Minnesota. The way that they're now sort of stopping Indigenous
Oh, God.
citizens, and suddenly they've decided they can't find those 4 that they arrested because they don't classify on race. Excuse me? You're ICE and you don't classify on race. What the?
Oh, God. That sent me, Pearl. God, they're not even allowed on the land. I can't. It gets my blood pressure up.
Yes.
Thank you for making me aware of that yesterday.
You said about the fact that they called it out and said that the federal government is breaking treaties, to which my response was,
Treaties.
the government going back on treaties, say it ain't so.
Right. God. Elevated Truth has burned nearly all his and his cigarettes. I mean, God, he smoked. That's what he did when he was there. He smoked cigarettes and rode on a scooter and got really paranoid about men in masks. He cracked us
Your
up.
kid for awareness, would you go to that channel? Fuck no. Fuck no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't go to that channel. You go to that channel when you want to set a narrative. That's why people go to QB's panel for true crime, when they want to set a narrative. Just like that Quentin Simons.
We didn't cross the border. The border crossed us. I'm going to find that video. Thank you, Johnson. They need to. Oh, God.
Grandmother, right? Setting a narrative. Sister of the Moon. What's up? Thank you, squirrels. I'm a straight shooter, dude. Not gonna hide behind no damn picture, right? I'm not gonna put up a picture of a fucking insect and say, here's me. Believe everything I say. And fuck.
Okay, well, first of all, the bee does not have a British accent. I don't know where that came from, Jay. That's not her accent.
Off to anybody else who doesn't like us. But I'm gonna have just a picture up. No, fuck that. You owe your audience more than that. Thank you, Dental Laurie. My crocheted ones. Snazzy. She says, honestly, GW has no loyalty to anyone. As her texts continue to be leaked out, her patterns do not lie.
I got to agree with that. Sorry, Crankin. I know you love your girl, G-Dub, but God, she keeps getting caught like Brittany keeps getting caught.
She
I don't
really
think she has a lot
cannot stop herself just blurting out her true feelings in texts.
She can't. She just can't. And a lot of it I agree with, but she always goes back on it. Just say, I can't stand you mofos. Tell them why. It's such a freeing, you'll feel so much better too.
Wow. We have another shooting tonight involving ICE. Oh my gosh. Where at, Higgins? Thank you, Canvas and Crime. She says, bingo. Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Okay. You know, I wish Jay would have.
I would have been pissed at Truth if I was
this.
Chris. I don't understand. I don't understand either. I don't understand. But I will sit here and say, ask me anything. And I'm looking at you. I mean, I'm looking into a camera, but I'm looking at you and I'm answering you. And I don't know, Sinner has showed some receipts. I've seen the police reports. Hey, Quid. GW stands for Granny's Watching. Oh my God, I lit a cigarette, never smoked it. Don't judge.
Right, mental
Jealousy.
block.
Hey, jealousy. The guy was hitting ICE agents with a shovel. Oh, Lord. Not good.
All right.
Minneapolis has gone crazy. Hey, Jay.
That's about enough of that. So anyway, Jay sounds off a little, and I wish she would have, like, she did one time afterwards. I think she was taking the approach of, let me just get back to business. I wish somebody would have went in and asked her, what about those leaked text messages? Yes, the timing of it is all weird, but how do you feel today? And why would you let something like that come out of your mouth? But nobody asked that. It's just how I feel about it. Careful with people that just switch up too. I mean, it's nice and all to hear them talk about people you don't like. We all like that a little bit, but you got to be careful. I wouldn't just run into that chat and subscribe, but do what you want to do.
Did I just see that Joneson is doing a drunk live again tonight?
A drunk live.
That seriously, the one that she did last week, I was up all night watching it. It was hilarious. She had to eat a moonshine peach every time they did a certain thing, and it got a bit out of hand.
Oh,
So
I missed it.
She was doing. Oh, it's worth the rewatch. She was watching Truth, and then she moved over to Clue. And at points where they did certain things, if they did a certain thing, then she had to eat one of the moonshine peaches out of the jar, and she was absolutely plastered by the end of it.
Oh, I bet. Snazzy Trinket said she did speak. Oh, she did. It's mixed in with that stream somewhere. I can go back and type in a keyword and maybe find it, because I would like to hear what she had to say about that.
I would like to hear what she had to say. I must admit,
Yeah.
no, I'm too lazy to go back and find it.
I'll find it for us. Let's see. Let me see what the chat's saying. Yes, Pixie, agreed. Just a bit out of hand, Jones, and I bet, especially if you're drinking every time. Okay, imagine if we drank every time Nonsense said arena. What's her new word, Pearl? Salacious.
Semantics and salacious.
Salacious. Mal. Hell far. Mal. I don't know. It's Mal chick. I think she took a screenshot of what I said one time. I think that's the same one. Is that the one everybody's like, she's young. Bitch, I don't care. You're here. You can get it too. Nobody cares.
Once you're 25 and your brain has done all the maturing that it's going to do, all this, you're sort of older, it's all bullshit. Once you're over 25, you're adult completely and utterly. Legally, you're an adult at most places at 18, so in some places at 21. But if I give you the benefit of the doubt and I give you till 25 because of the way that the brain develops, after 25, don't give me the bullshit about people are young or why are these older people doing this? You're an adult. You're all adults. If you want to gossip, it doesn't matter whether you're 25 or you're 60. If you want to show your ass, it doesn't matter if you're 25 or you're 60. You're all adults.
Yeah, right, Tripper. She's in her 30s. She ain't that young. She knows what she's getting herself into. But she's here for the children and the safety of the
Oh,
children, according to the Saint of Arizona, Nonsense in the Hood. Mal is the best thing that has ever happened to this sector, and she's here for the children. Okay, that's all I heard
look,
last night.
Mal has got a spreadsheet on an ex-friend. I don't need to know the details. Just that sentence is enough. You've got a spreadsheet about your ex-friend. Move on.
Olap, are you talking about Olap the Clip Channel? Is in her early 20s? Is that who you're talking about? Now that you mention Olap, I haven't seen them in a while.
Are we certain that they're in their early 20s, or are they claiming that they're in their early 20s? Because PG is claiming that she's pregnant.
She had a
So
baby. Did you
Oh,
all
she
know that
actually
Prayer Garden said that she just had a baby? No, I'm serious. Like, Prayer Garden is really still trying to go on with this mess.
The only way I would believe that sentence is if it ended with, "I've just had a baby for dinner." That's it.
All right. Before we move on to Kathy P out here admitting to federal crimes, Prayer Garden, what are you going to do? Another fake pregnancy and baby Pearl? I don't know if I can handle it. 11-pound boy? Shit. Are you
11
serious?
pounds.
11 pounds.
My
This-
youngest son was just over 10 pounds.
Oh,
And
my.
boy, was that a long delivery. If she
Oh, I-
produced an 11-pound boy, I mean, just everything about this, there's nothing about this makes me believe a moment of it. I was surprised she didn't go the whole hog and say she had twins.
Thank you, Tessa, a member for 3 months. It's Friday with Soup and Pearl. Thank you. Look, Prayer Garden, I'm going to get you later. You understand? You telling people that you are a woman, you got to be in your 60s. There's nothing wrong with that. But you're going to tell people on the internet, in this sector, that you had a baby and expect us to believe that. No, ma'am. Lies. Oh my God. We got to get back to Prayer Garden. Anyway, Kathy P, I don't know what you're doing. This is via Chronicles of the Shady. Kathy admits to breaking. Let's just listen to this. Have you heard this yet, Pearl?
I've heard people talk about it. I haven't actually heard this clip.
I'm going to say I don't believe her, but let's hear it.
We've got a $37 trillion
And by the way,
deficit.
I'm thinking about it. I got to say it before I forget. I've told everybody for months now that Craigie's military service wasn't what they were alluding it to be. I told y'all that he wasn't in the military long, but I also told you because of the situation that I couldn't, and I have details. I have dates.
Yeah.
There's information I couldn't put out because I didn't want to risk the person's job. But my husband is now deceased and he no longer works there and works that contract. So I may be able to put out a little bit more of it, but what I can tell you is what I've told you before. It was very short service. And no, he never seen any kind of active duty. Never seen it out of boot camp. But I've been saying this for months. And as soon as I know that my husband's good friend is totally retired and out of there, I'm going to spill it all.
Don't.
I sure am. I can't stand people that allude and lie
You've
about their military
already dropped
background.
him in.
You've already dropped him in
doesn't-
it, Kathy. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if he's retired or not. You're already alluding to the fact that you've broken federal law, and that won't change just because he retires. Also, can I just say, when did it become a thing that only military service over a certain amount of time deserves any respect? I thought the point was that you respected all people who gave any military service. I didn't realize that there was a cutoff point that they had to reach.
Thank you, Gigi, for being a member for 4 months, and you too, Pixie, 11 months, and you want to see that baby. Yes, we all do. But this right here, like, I hope she's just lying, and this isn't like, girl, you don't want to put your husband's friend in this mess. This is breaking law, not just regular old laws. We're talking about federal laws. Over what? If Craig was in the military or not? Hellfire. I don't.
And I'll find out in the next couple of days.
In the next couple of
I just don't want to take a chance of messing with it. It sucks not having that contact no more, though. That was nice. My husband worked, the federal. He had a buddy, a really good buddy that, if I knew, I could find out certain information. It's like I knew Sinner wasn't lying about being in the military. I also knew that he was nothing but a desk jockey.
She said she knew Sinner wasn't lying about being in the military. Also knew he wasn't nothing but a desk jockey.
Never really did it. He wasn't like high up in rank or anything like that. No Secret Service, no undercover, no kind of, just.
I don't think he claimed he was.
Anyway, and that's how I found out that Julie.
I've never heard him claim that he was undercover or some sort of Secret Service or any of that. What on earth? But again, these people are willing to sign themselves over to military service. Even people who work behind a desk can be in danger. Camps get bombed. Federal buildings get attacked. Again, who the hell are you to decide? Once somebody has got out of boot camp and they have signed on, they have given themselves over to the military for a set amount of time, and that should be respected. I get so sick. This is like the people, looking down on people's jobs. Oh, so-and-so's just a school bus driver. Who the hell are you to be judging other people's service to society? All work is valid.
Right, Senator, I've never heard you claim the Secret Service, but we got Kathy P out here. I hope she's lying. If she's not, she just dropped somebody right in the middle of some federal shit.
I've got a, really what part of me wants to think that she's lying, but I tell you, there's something about this that makes me think that it's probably true.
That's what Lindsay said.
It is disgraceful. Again, what are the supposed rules of real life in this sector? Why aren't people absolutely up in arms about this? But no, they're not going to be up in arms about it because it's about Craig and it's about Sinner. And the rules of real life are absolutely the upside down in this sector. You can do anything that you want to certain people, but you can't even read a FOIA request about someone else. They will say that you have tried to dox an underage, their underage daughter, even though all the names are blocked out and they were never looking for that in the first place. It's the upside down.
It is. It is. And we're here. And here we are. Here we are. And people will make excuses for it every which way they can.
That she was not lying about, the canine handler. She wasn't lying about anything about her life. As far as her military career, she was totally telling the truth.
And now she says she knows about Julia, the dog handler, because of this friend of hers.
And same thing with, now I can't even think of his name. Oh my gosh, I can't even think of his name.
That's a good thing.
He doesn't come on YouTube no more. It was back in the Molly and stuff days. What was his name?
Dang.
But everyone said that he wasn't in the military. There was he didn't show up as DD-214 and stuff. Yes, he was really in the military. I could tell you where he was deployed. But that's
Kathy, shush.
The extent of what, there are certain things I couldn't tell. They sure
I know
do.
Deet's particularly irate about this because as a military mom, she knows that all this sort of BS, once you start down this road, you can really put people in danger, especially if people are currently serving. The idea that somebody feels entitled to this information and to talk about it is disgraceful.
Let me see what she said. Oh, yep, she did. Oh, when Dietz makes a community wall post, you probably done went too far. Let's see what this says. Hold on a second. Let me fix my chat. I hate being behind in chat. Throws things off. Oh, this is extremely illegal. It doesn't matter if your buddy is retired or not. He can be charged for doing this. What the fuck is wrong with this? Kathy P, I got to ask the same thing. What are you doing, girl? If this is a pick me move, if I've ever seen one, girl, you got to calm down. Do you even feel this strongly about Brittany or Craig? Some of y'all, I don't think you do. I think you feel strongly about the numbers and the money coming in, but I don't think you feel this strongly. And you're really putting yourself, well, actually, your friend in some. I would suggest shutting up. Right, 12 viewers. God dang. I just highly suggest anyone that thinks that she pulled their records from the military, call your federal attorney general and then see your attorney general. It would piss me off, some lady off YouTube looking up people or asking for someone to look up and let me know, did this person really serve in the military? This is weird as shit. If the husband's buddy gives out info, let the chips fall, and they will. They will. I don't think she thought that through. She's just up there talking and just let it fly. Girl.
She seems to think that because of her husband's unfortunate recent death and the prospect of the buddy retiring, that somehow that absolves her from any legal responsibility. You're
No.
all going to be culpable in that. Both your your deceased partner as the go-between, obviously there'll be no consequences there, but you're blurting all this stuff out. You're the person who asked for the information, and the buddy is the person who provided it, assuming that this is all true. And if it
Right.
is, I hope you do get some consequences.
Yeah, because you're just overdoing it. Like, this place cannot stick to just a roast and a review. I need to know their first, middle, and last name, date of birth, parents' name. Y'all are some freaking weirdos. Yeah, Toe Beans, that's what she said. She had to wait a little bit longer for retirement, but retirement is not going to absolve him from charges if what she is saying is true.
Also, she's fooling herself if she believes that she hasn't already blurted out enough for it to be a legal issue. It doesn't matter whether you think that you can say more in the future. You've already said too much.
Yeah, Lindsay does believe her. We talked about it this morning. Lindsay does believe that it actually happened.
I tend
thought
to believe her.
Yeah.
I don't want to believe her. I wish
I
it
don't
wasn't
either.
true, but I've got a feeling that somebody has done some pretty nefarious stuff, and there will be a paper trail. You can't just go. I mean, I presume that these are older guys that she's talking about with her
Yeah.
deceased partner and his buddy. It doesn't matter. The way that they track who accesses information now, he could be in for a big surprise.
Could be. And then you just coming on the internet and just blurting it all out like you ain't got any damn sense in your head. Hate makes you stupid. It really does. Eventually, you're going to find yourself in a ton of shit up to your neck because hate makes you stupid. If you want to review Brittany, fine, review Brittany. But don't worry about all the extra shit that is not relevant to the story. This sector is getting stranger by the day. And like you said, Pearl, this real life stuff, the rules keep changing. They're forever changing. You know, it's okay for one side to do it. The other side doesn't do it, but they get Hill's daughter. Oh, God.
So, I don't care if people have individual doubts about people's military service. You can think what the hell you like about anything. You tinfoil hat conspiracy theorists, you're going to think anyway. No one owes you their paperwork. No one. Even if
Mm-mm.
thing to do it, I would say don't show it, because once you go down that road, then you're putting pressure on other military members. The military can be a very difficult thing to leave. Don't know what experiences people have had. For you then to question their military service and to demand paperwork is disgusting. Your
Yeah,
disbelief
Indy.
about what they did is just wrong.
Yeah, Indy, you're right. It's you don't want to do this to your husband's memory, and I don't care. Get all talk about my and nobody's talking about your husband, girl. Stop. Keep it real. I don't know what she was thinking either. She wasn't thinking. Hell, that ain't thinking. I mean, is it that important to fit in?
If this is true, there's a very real chance that you might get a slap on the wrist, Kathy, but this person that you're going to drop in at could lose their benefits and have legal consequences. That's a hell of a thing for someone to face in retirement. For a moment of stupidity to do a favour for a friend. So I hope to goodness it isn't true, but I suspect that it is.
Yeah, I think you could be right. Right, perfectly. Kathy's numbers are in the 30s, and I think she may gain. She thinks she might gain subs by doing this. She might gain some other things too. She ain't ready for. Wow. Anyway, y'all, I have been on here for an hour and 45 minutes. I do have to go to work for a little bit today. Pearl, I appreciate you again coming up here with me and having a good time.
It's always fun, darling. Working? Goodness me. Somebody who doesn't spend all their time on the internet? Surely not.
I know, right? Can you imagine being on here for like 7 I mean, I understand if you don't come on for like months and then you want to come on and catch up, but every day I could not do it. I could not do it. All right, y'all. Thank you all so much for coming through and hanging out with me and Pearl this morning. Now, I'll probably be back this afternoon. I am on a fact-finding mission. See if Prayer Garden had an 11-pound baby. I'm sure there is no proof of that, but I will be back to discuss it.
Oh, I'm all seriously. I want all the details. But it's been
God.
fun. Hi to the chat. Have a good rest of your day.
All right. I love you, Pearl. I'm out, everybody. Y'all have a beautiful and blessed weekend, and I'll probably catch y'all later.